Hey everyone, tax season is here and the first major deadline is fast approaching. So you have until Monday, February 2nd, 2026 to furnish your 1099 forms to your contractors and file them with the IRS. So if you aren't familiar with vendor 1099s, the IRS requires you to file a 1099 for any independent contractor you've paid $600 or more for their services during the calendar year for your business. So this process, it can be mildly confusing and there are a few caveats. So please consult with your tax professional if you have any questions. But let's show you how FlipperForce can make this vendor 1099 process a lot easier for you. Let's show you how it works. The FlipperForce vendor 1099 report, it automates what is usually a very tedious process. Instead of you having to manually hunt through separate spreadsheets or add up checks project by project, the report scans your entire portfolio for you. It pulls every payment logged in your expense trackers across all of your projects and instantly calculates the total compensation each vendor has received in the given year. Now, this helps you quickly narrow down exactly how much each vendor has been compensated for the year and identify which ones have met the $600 threshold and are eligible to receive a 1099. To help you narrow down which companies actually need to receive a 1099, we've provided two key filters. First is the 1099 eligible filter. Eligible simply means the vendor is a contractor required to receive a 1099, like an individual, a partnership, or an LLC. But corporations, they are not required to receive a 1099. Now you can designate this eligibility using the drop-down menu built directly into the report to create a refined list of contractors that are eligible to receive a 1099. Now, if you're unsure of a company structure, you should request a W-9 form from them. So it's generally a good idea to get the W-9 info from them up front before they start work on your project. Now, once you receive that W-9 info, you can click the Edit Company button. And if you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see a place to upload the W-9 file. And then you can enter all the company tax details like their tax ID, their legal business name, and their address. Once you've confirmed the tax details, the next major consideration is the compensation for the year. Now, you only need to send a 1099 to eligible contractors who were paid more than $600 in the year. FlipperForce handles the math for you by consolidating all the project expenses into one yearly total shown in the compensation column. You can then use the compensation filter at the top to instantly narrow down your list to only those vendors who meet that $600 threshold. So now we have our list of eligible vendors that were paid more than $600 in 2025. But there's just one more detail the IRS looks for, the payment method. So technically you only need to file a 1099 for compensation made via cash or check. So to dive a little deeper, you can click View Expenses to open up the Global Vendor Expense Report. Now this report, it shows a detailed breakdown of every payment made to that vendor organized by your projects. Now you'll notice there's an account column here. This allows you to quickly confirm which account was used for the payment. So if you see payments made via credit card, you can exclude those from your final reporting to ensure only cash and check-based expenses are included. This is also your opportunity for a final review to make sure that the totals are correct. Once you've confirmed your amounts, you can go back to the vendor 1099 report and export the report to a CSV. You can then share this file with your accountant, or if you're ready to e-file yourself, you will need to reformat the data to the IRS formatted CSV format. So we hope the vendor 1099 report, it helps you automate this very tedious and sometimes intimidating process. We know tax time isn't fun, it's often confusing. So just as a final reminder, tax laws can be complex and vary depending on your business structure. While FlipperForce is a powerful tool to help you organize your data, it does not provide tax, legal, or accounting advice. So we strongly recommend you reach out to a qualified tax professional to review your data and ensure you are meeting all current federal and state requirements. So log into FlipperForce today to get ahead of that 1099 deadline.